band synonymous with Britpop is taking the stage for the first time in more than 15 years. Oasis just kicked off its reunion tour in Wales. That was a couple of hours ago. Fans have filled Principality Stadium to hear the band's hits like Wonderwall and Acquiesce. Oasis sparked a frenzy last year just by announcing its comeback. Fans waited for hours in online queues only to see ticket prices skyrocket. It was enough for British regulators to launch a full investigation into Ticketmaster, something we have heard elsewhere. Now, Jem Aswad is the executive music editor at Variety, and I want to thank you for joining us. The reunion is a big deal, but I'm a bit puzzled. Why? I mean, I always say to myself, do 20-somethings really care about this? Explain.
It's not the 20-somethings that it's for. There aren't that many artists that have not reunited. Many famous bands, the Smiths, Talking Heads did Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but that's it. And most of them have. So it's something still to desire. And to your point about 20-something-year-olds, this is for 40 and 50-something-year-olds, basically reliving their youth, a big Generation X thing. And in England, it's taken over an entire generation there.
Yes, right in my snack bracket, of course. But the brothers' volatile relationship, I will describe it as operatic at times. The comments between the brothers, absolutely epic. I'm going to give the viewers a flavor. Noel Gallagher, quote, when he resigned from the band, said, "I simply could not go on working with Liam a day longer." And then from Noel's comeback, basically saying he's a miserable little, I can't pronounce, you guys fill in the word, if you know what I mean. You know what? We all know what he means. So how did all of this come together despite what was really a family feud to end all family feuds?
Well, like a lot of these public battles, you have to wonder how real it is. I think a lot of it is real. I think they genuinely don't get along. But there's no question that the feud played a major role in keeping attention on them for the last 16 years, which is what it's been. It was a big part of it when they were together. And that sort of precipice of today everybody's wondering, are they going to make it through a song, are they going to make it through the set, let alone are they going to make it through the tour, because one or both of them have left the band at multiple times over the years. They once did an MTV Unplugged without Liam because they got in a fight and he didn't show up and Noel sang all the songs. But it's entertainment value. And in a way it was a social media feud before social media. And now it's just moved over to there. So this is sort of like the cap on the opera, if you will.
The point that they could come together, though, I think gives us reason to smile, especially the fans. But let's get to the issue, right? They came back together because they were likely going to make a lot of money off this tour. And then we had this online debacle for tickets and the prices. Why does this keep happening? We've had investigations into Ticketmaster in the United States, Canada, elsewhere in Europe. What's the solution here as you follow this?
Well, I mean, between Taylor Swift tickets, between Springsteen tickets, the reality is you're trying, 50 million people are trying to get through a door that will admit 2 million people. So it's not surprising that there's going to be a bottleneck and there's going to be problems and there's going to be the internet breaking down. I'm not an apologist for Ticketmaster at all, but I will say that every time one of these things has happened, they have taken steps to try and make it better. After the Taylor Swift debacle, which some people say was because she wanted to set a record, break the record for most tickets sold in a single day. Well, she did break the record. She also broke the internet and Ticketmaster. So what they did was they staggered. The next big tour that came up was Beyonce. They staggered the on sales across a month for different segments of the tour. And there were some complaints, but nowhere near as many.
Like you said, though, the supply and demand equation still applies here, and that sometimes can lead to some uncomfortable ticket prices. Look, I'm like everyone else. I'm waiting to see if they make it through these concerts. Jem, I have to leave it there for now, but thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.